All right, mini rant here. It's day 21, and honestly, everything is working to reduce our attention spans. It's wild. Like, we have songs getting shorter and shorter. We have TikTok, we have YouTube, and YouTube is great for long form content. But then I see stuff online like, oh, you need the 2 second rule. Something needs to be happening every 2 seconds. Something needs to be going on every 2 seconds. Like, we've gotten to the point of like baby sensory. Like, we need something to happen or our attention spans are just gone. I low-key get offended by it. And I know it's not personal, but it's just funny to watch like all these people getting into YouTube and everything talking about like, oh, do the 2 second rule. Oh, you have to keep your audience's attention. Oh, do the 2 second rule, 3 second rule. You have to have something going on. Like, I'm not trying to offend y'all like that. So we're gonna be working to increase our attention spans this year. And that's one of the parts of the challenge because there's just no way, man. 2 seconds. Like, we really click off of things in less than a second. We click off of songs in less than a couple seconds. I've been hearing the term microbop recently, like on TikTok. And a microbop is something under like a minute or something, like a minute 30. We listen to songs and they're under a minute. Like, as someone who is an electronic music fan, listening to Dead years ago, Dead songs were like 8 minutes long. Like I listened to one of my favorite songs is 90 by Jaden Smith. Good song, great song. I don't care what anyone has to say about Jaden Smith, that song is great. That song is like 9 minutes long. And people don't listen to the full thing. Like, when it's playing, people like in my car or like when I play it for other people, they're like, oh, it's still going. I'm like, yeah, it's still going. We have to connect to the song. I'm not saying that everyone has to like it, but I'm also saying like people are so turned off by things being long. But I absolutely adore long form content. I watch videos an hour and a half, 2 hours long. I'll play them in the car while I'm going to work. I'll play them while I'm doing stuff like editing or, making music or whatever. I'll have it playing in the background. And just the like instant gratification of things having to be every 2 seconds, having to change, having to have different angles, having to be like in a different place every time. Like this, oh, we're in a different angle now, yay. I'll take you back here. Did I keep your attention? I don't know. It's one of those things that I think about a lot, that we're fighting for people's attention span. But honestly, in 2024, this is the year where I want people to like be able to enjoy long form content and be able to engage with videos and music in different ways. Personally, I've made shorter songs, not necessarily like a microbop, but I made songs like 2.5 minutes. But it's not because I want to keep people's attention. It's just where the song ended. Some songs I have are like more like 4 minutes, but it's somewhere in between about 2 to 4 minutes for me. I made a 1 minute and 24 second song years ago, but I don't know what was going through my brain at that time. But it's not necessarily to grab you, to make you stay, to make sure that catering to your attention span. It's more so a creative choice. It's more so that the song was created and I saw the length and I was like, oh, cool. I don't go in with the goal of trying to keep your attention. And maybe that makes it so that I may never be the big YouTuber, the big musician, because my songs are not short enough and I'm not cutting to enough angles and getting your attention in the way that I should be. If it was a job, that would be cool. But I'm not going to cater to the things that are making our society worse. And one of the things that I've noticed that makes our society worse is attention span problems. We don't hold attention on the important things long enough. And artists fall to the wayside if they don't come out with an album in a month, 2 months, 3 months. All of a sudden, oh, that person doesn't come out with any music. They just came out with music. But we are so inclined to say something like that because we hadn't seen it in a 2-week or 3-week time span. People are specifically targeting us to drive down attention span. And make sure that they're feeding into the negative cycles that we are already going into the society between TikTok and Reels, YouTube Shorts, the way that people edit YouTube videos. There's been this shift from where we had like more of a long form content to like this crazy cutting and production and all these edits and all these things. Then we're kind of shifting back, and I've noticed that with some of the videos that are coming out, and I want to be part of the movement that helps people stick to having stronger attention spans, because it's already hard enough to pay attention to anything, and doing things like studying or working is so much harder now because we're so used to this quick instant gratification type of lifestyle. So I'll see you tomorrow.